I'm R.R. Moore, and welcome to Info Prime. Here I hope to provide you with information not normally available, or at least enhance your understanding on a wide variety of topics. This installment offers information on Hello, and welcome to the United States of America, The Real History, Episode 1. Who really was our first president? Yes, I know, it was George Washington. I learned that in school, and so did you. But these days, nothing is as simple as you might hope. Was he our first president? Well, there's a problem. The problem has to do with when did the United States of America actually become the United States of America? One would think by now that the answer to that question would be fairly easy. But, as the actor Patrick Swayze once said in one of his movies,
opinions vary.
And varied the opinions are. Let's take a look at a timeline of the events occurring back in the 1700s. Okay, here's our timeline. As you can see, during a fairly short period of time, lots of things were going on back then. We had the Declaration of Independence, we had the Revolutionary War, the Continental Congress, the Articles of Confederation, which we'll get to in a minute. The U.S. Constitution, as we know it today, was ratified during this same period. Many people feel that the United States became the United States when we declared our independence from Britain. Well, stating that you are independent doesn't necessarily make it happen. We had to fight and win the Revolutionary War to make that happen. Some people feel the Articles of Confederation, when they were adopted, were when we became a country. But if you notice, the Revolutionary War was still ongoing. Those Articles of Confederation actually called for a leader or president to be named. Now, that person could only hold the office for a period of 1 year. They could hold the office several times, but not in succession. They had to be voted twice at two separate periods of time. People feel that the United States became the United States when the Revolutionary War ended. Still others believe that the United States Constitution, when it was ratified, signified the actual beginning of our nation. And if you notice, it wasn't until 1789 that George Washington became president. Now, during that 13 years from the start of the Revolutionary War until the Constitution was ratified and George Washington was elected, what was going on? Who was leading our country? Well, it turns out that there were 14 separate people that did that. And we'll take a quick look at each one. Peyton Randolph, notice he served twice, but not consecutively. Henry Middleton. If you're in Annapolis, Maryland, there's an inn called Middleton Inn. It's named after him. Henry Laurens. John Jay. Samuel Huntington. Thomas McKean. John Hanson. In fact, records show that George Washington actually voted for him. Elias Boudinot. Thomas Mifflin. Richard Henry Lee, also known as Light Horse Harry Lee for his expertise in being a cavalryman. He wrote the eulogy for George Washington right after his death, and it's the famous quote, "First in war, first in peace, and first in the hearts of his countrymen." Good old White Horse Harry was also the father of Robert E. Lee, the Confederate War General. As an aside, it might be interesting to know that during the Civil War, Robert E. Lee owned no slaves, hated slavery, but General Grant and his family did own slaves. More about this in Episode 2. Nathaniel Gorham, Arthur St. Clair, Cyrus Griffin, and finally, George Washington. To this day, George is the only president to receive 100% of the electoral votes. Hi again. I hope this installment has been beneficial to you, and thanks for watching.